I'm going to show you again one of the easiest DIYs I have ever done. You're taking an old sweater and transforming it into a new pillowcase and also a decorative box that you can use almost anywhere around the house. Plus, you don't have to know how to sew. These are both no-sew DIYs. So for this DIY, you'll need a very large sweater. I grabbed a men's XL, a hot glue gun, you'll need some scissors, some buttons, and a box at whatever size you want. So first off, I'm just throwing my box over top of my sweater and kind of measuring how much sweater I need to cover the box. You'll want to give yourself a couple of inches on either side. This is basically the entire torso of the sweater that's going to cover this box. So cut off those flaps, and then basically you're going to dress the box with the sweater, wrap it all around, and we're going to hot glue that into place. So I started with the corner here, and I did put it down a couple of inches and just go around the entire edge and hot glue that into place. I did this with the bottom hem of the sweater just because I thought it would look a lot cleaner. That's what everyone does see, and I just kind of eyeballed and tried to make that line as straight as possible. So flip your box upside down. We've got to hot glue the bottom down as well now. Make sure you're pulling the sweater tight when you are gluing this down. Doesn't matter what it looks like underneath here, nobody sees this. And on the corners, I would suggest kind of folding it in as if you were wrapping a present. So just go around the entire edge of your box, and once your box is wrapped in its sweater, we're going to make some handles here. So this is just some extra sweater material from the same sweater. It's from a sleeve, and I cut out two long rectangles. Then I'm lining the one side with some hot glue and folding the other side in to kind of create this tube of fabric that is going to be our handle. So once you've done that with both pieces of fabric, basically you just grab that tube of fabric, make it look like a handle, whatever size you want, and we're hot gluing it into place. I just eyeballed this. You can measure it if you want to. You can trim off the excess there, and then I did just add a couple of buttons to kind of finish it all off. So go ahead and do that to both handles, and your new decorative box is complete. So we still have lots of fabric left. I'm going to make a pillowcase with this now because the fact it is a men's extra large, I had a lot of material to work with, and I am covering a smaller pillow. So depending on what size of a pillow you're working with, make sure you measure that it's actually going to fit around the outside of that pillow. I've got my two pieces of rectangle fabric here, and the outsides of the pillowcase are facing on the inside right now. So we are just gluing this down, creating seams along three edges of the rectangle, the two long sides and the one short side. Leave the other side open so that you can flip this inside out, and then we'll have some clean lines on the outside. You can go ahead and stuff your pillow into that case, and I kind of just designed this idea as I went along. I thought this would look good. I still want to be able to remove the pillow from this pillowcase because I still like the design of the pillow. This is just a covering for now. So I'm hot gluing some buttons into place, and we're going to fasten this pillowcase on just with these buttons. So cutting some small little holes here in the other side to create some buttonholes. I added some glue around the outside of that hole and just kind of pressed it into place once it cooled off a little bit to keep the edges from fraying and the sweater from tearing more and that hole getting too big. It all gets covered up when you put those buttons on, and you have a brand new pillowcase. So super simple DIY. Have some fun with that. If you enjoyed it, let me know and give me a like. Don't forget to share this with your friends as well and have some fun with it. I mean, you can try some Christmas sweaters, maybe turn them into some decorative boxes or some festive pillows, because we are soon approaching to that season and you're definitely going to need to get your house all decked out for the season. So have some fun with that DIY. Send me some photos if you try it out for yourself. I would love to see it. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Janelle Steeper. And don't forget, when you're tagging me in those photos, use the hashtag toDIYfor. I do just want to make a quick side note here and recognize that today is Remembrance Day in Canada. So that is why I have my poppy on. And I want to say thank you to all of our veterans who have fought for our freedoms in this amazing country of Canada that I live in. I cannot thank you enough for your service, past, present, future, and definitely today is a day to remember all of those lives that we have sadly lost. So again, thank you to all of the veterans. So don't forget, next Wednesday I will be back with a new DIY video, so don't forget to subscribe. And also, always taking suggestions. You can leave it in the comments below, or feel free to send me a tweet at Janelle Steeper and let me know what DIY you would like me to make. Cheers! Why is my nose so itchy? Yeah.